Hello everybody, I am in Collierville, Tennessee today. I'm here for work, but I added an extra day onto the trip to do a little detecting, and I have a property permission in downtown Collierville, which there was a Civil War battle fought in Collierville, Tennessee. I had actually burned the original downtown of Collierville down, and the property that I have the permission is in downtown. They have heard that on their property there may have been a field hospital, and I also overlaid some maps, and it's possible it's where two cavalries kind of had a skirmish. I do know another detectorist has done the property. I don't know what that person found. I might get a little bit more information from the owner today, but they said to come by at 10, so I'm going to die in the heat, but hopefully we bring something good up and it's worth it. See you later. I just pulled out the first find of the day. As you can hear, I have a neighbor dog playing with me. Just got a big old iron ring. So let's hope there's more. Alright everybody, I just dug this hole up and kicked out something round. So, there we go. Let's see what we've got. Got a toothbrush, so give me a second to get that out. Might have a hole in the middle of it. I believe we have a collar disc of all the things. Pretty sure we see US there. I have no idea what kind of age this could be. Looks like I've got some writing on the back of it. A bit of a symbol there. Definitely a US collar disc with like a weave pattern going on there. I'm gonna see if I can't clean it up a bit more. Turn you off and I'll be right back. Alright, well here it is a little bit cleaned up. You can see it definitely got like a weave design in the back there. And it's a N. Myers, which I'll be able to clean this up more later. But I believe this is World War I. So that's awesome and ironic that the first thing I go and pull out is collar disc, huh? Alright, we'll see what else there is. It's not much, but I'll take it. I've got a weedy. There we go. Let's see if we can get a date. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna get a date on that, and my camera just did something weird. I've never ever seen it do before. Some type of a lock is on. Let me get that reset. Yeah, it's pretty toasty. Oh, there we go. Make out the 9, and that's about it. This edge up, it looks like some type of a tin, but got like gold gilt on it. Yeah. Huh. I don't know what that might be. Yeah, clean it up. I don't see a name or anything, but you can see we've got a hinge on this side and a clasp on this side, so definitely some type of makeup tin. And a basket weave design there, which I think I pulled a, what was it, like a Estee Lauder that had a basket weave design before. Maybe something along those lines. Be interesting. Alright, well, been out here several hours and, you know, hasn't been the field of dreams or anything, but I think I might have just got my first bit of lead. It was maybe turned into something else. It's got some awesome lines on it. It might be there on purpose. I mean, they could be there just from being in the ground. It's heavy. It's definitely lead. It's got a little tab on the end. I'm wondering if this isn't a bit of bullet lead that was designed into something. Definitely gonna hang on to it. It is hot out here. I've gone through a ton of water. But this one made me work for it, but I'm so glad that I kept at it. It's just a big piece of iron, I could tell, but I wanted to dig it up and see what it was, and I'm happy that I did. You can see it in the hole here. This is a big old style lock. I don't really have anything like this, so I look forward to lugging it home and cleaning her up more. Awesome. I have not pulled this one out yet, but look at that edge there. Let's see what we have. We have a little tiny spoon. Isn't that cute? I think it's just aluminum. Hello everybody, I made it home from my trip to Memphis and really enjoyed the day that I had out there to go search the yard. I did find a little bit more information out on the property. Not only was it Civil War battlefield site, but there was a dance hall there in the early 1900s, possibly up through the 1940s, which there was quite a bit of brick and stuff as you dug down that you could tell there'd definitely been stuff. It also had been more recently a working farm and an avid outdoorsman who owns the property, so you know, horse bits and things like that, which may be what these first two things I have up here are a part of, but you know, you never know with round things. I brought them home to see if I could see any markings on them. But I didn't. One of the things that did not make its way home with me was a horseshoe, or at least most of a horseshoe. I'm sure the maid was very surprised by the recycling in the trash can in my hotel room. Let's see, I also brought this back, just kind of trying to figure out what it is. I think it's probably more likely just a farm type piece. This is a more modern belt buckle end. It says SI and has a globe design etched in it there. This could be anything. Who knows how old it is. It is just a pipe with a hole here and a hole here, so something a linchpin might have gone through. Really hard for me to say the age on that. And then a roses tag, which I grabbed because it's actually something for a scavenger hunt. However, for the scavenger hunt, the items all must be found in this state, so I just thought it was ironic that I went out of state to dig one for the posy hedgerows, so I won't be counting that for my scavenger hunt. Then I got into the older stuff. First thing I dug, which you can tell when I was digging it out, I thought for sure this round green item was going to be my first large cent. But instead, ironically, since I dig so many US collar discs, it is a US collar disc, but it is a type I don't have. So this is the type 2 US collar disc, and you can tell that because it has this checkerboard pattern with designs in the middle of the squares, diamonds. So that means it is a U.S. collar disc from between the World Wars. So between World War I and World War II. It's got some gorgeous back markings on it. You can see it's an N.S. Myers from New York. It's got the Myers medal and the little shield on the bottom. So very happy to add this to my collection. It's got that gorgeous patina on it. Nice green piece. I pulled this up at some point also. I don't think I showed it on camera, but just a little bit of pottery. Didn't see much pottery as I was digging around in there. It was mainly brick, but I always like getting the colored checkered pottery, and you know, you never know what that could have been. I got this little tiny baby spoon. I assume it's a play spoon. It might even be fairly modern. It's hard to say. It's aluminum, I'm sure. It doesn't have any markings or anything on it, just kind of a cool little piece. And then from the dance hall era, I'm guessing, I got this portion of a makeup compact, actually a good chunk of it, and the hinge still works nicely. I have not been able to find this exact one online. There's only one little bit of writing on it, and you can see it right there. It says Made in USA, and it has a basket weave design on the back, which I have a basket weave design that is a round compact, which is Elizabeth Arden. But my Googling has not found a square Elizabeth Arden one that didn't actually say something right across the middle here. So who knows, maybe it's a knockoff, maybe it actually is the Elizabeth Arden one. I can't tell, but I'm going to put it around probably the 30s, 20s to 30s would be my guess. Then I got what I am going to count as my Civil War history. So by far the weightiest piece is this skeleton key padlock. And I will put up a picture off to the side here of the Civil War skeleton key padlock that is referred to in the Crouch book, which has all the photos of Civil War things. You'll see how similar they look here. Hold it up on this side so I can put that picture up on the other side. And you can see it's got this nice indent for the hinge. It has been in electrolysis for several hours. I've gotten a lot of the rust off. I don't know that any more is really going to come off, and I don't expect it to actually say anything. Most of them had actually on the little slide piece was where the name came in at. So, but this is going to look great in my display case with all my other locks. I then got into the lead. And so this is my first bit of lead. You can see how white it is, so I think it is the right age of Civil War. It's definitely lead. And because it has this little tabby on the end of it, I think this is a squished lead bale seal. So it would have been round and had room for rope to possibly run through it to tighten bags and bales and things. If it is, I can't make out the design on it. It's hard to say, but just because that little tab, that's what I think it is. It could also be a poker chip, and there are lines on it, and I think these lines are a bit too deliberate to just be from its time in the ground. So that could actually be a palm tree design. So this could be a palm tree poker chip. I'm maybe just wishful thinking, but you never know, and nobody's ever going to be able to tell us exactly what it is, so we can guess on it. And then the last little bit I got was my one bullet. This property has had another metal detectorist do it several times, and the owner, told me where they'd hit and where they'd had luck, and I will say that detectorist, he's done a good job. It was definitely along the edges of where he's had success that I was hearing things more, so he's cleaned out quite a bit, but I was able to get this one bullet out, which it's either squished or hit. I did find one reference online of bullets that have been removed from people, which makes sense if this was a field hospital, and one had a pattern that looked like this, so it is possible that this may have been removed from someone during surgery at the field hospital. It does have a little bit of the rim here. Hard to say whether it's 2 rings or 3 rings. At least it's hard for me to say. I don't see a lot of these. With this rim, I was able to kind of use some paper and make a complete circle, and it should be 58 caliber, so pretty standard one. So happy to add that to the collection. And that is my Memphis trip, or at least this Memphis trip, with the position that I hold for that professional organization. I expect I will be out anywhere from 2 to 4 times in the next 2 years again. So I hope to secure some more property out there to do this every once in a while. In the meantime, I'll be hitting up the Washington side of things some more in the next few days, so making more videos, and I hope you're all out digging it.